Hello, my name's Katie and welcome to my shed. It's Easter weekend, it's Good Friday today, and I haven't got many plans, so I'm quite excited. It means I've got time. Hang on, let me tidy up under here before I stab my foot. It's quite exciting because I haven't got loads of plans. Often at these sorts of weekends have back-to-back stuff and I'm not working, so I am pretty excited. I do need to do a little bit of gardening today while the sun's out, which I will do in a minute, but I was a bit naughty the other day. You know, when I was feeling a bit sorry for myself. Yeah. I went shopping on Jackson's. Before you tell me off, I managed to half the basket. So I think that was quite good. I don't think there's anything I needed in there, but there was quite a lot of stuff that I wanted. So what we're going to do is unbox it all. And also, the other thing I did today, I popped out for our normal family coffee and I found something in TK Maxx. Hang on. That I've had in my Amazon basket for a while. Been completely influenced by somebody on here. I cannot remember who it was. A mixed media artist who I've been watching on YouTube. That doesn't narrow it down because there's probably about 50 people that I watch who was trying these. Now, and I know they're not artist grade. In fact, they're probably designed for kids, but they just look really fun to use. And I wouldn't have spent, in Amazon, I think they were about £15 or more. And I wouldn't have spent that. But I saw them in TK Maxx for £5.99. So I thought I would treat myself, even though I've got a big treat on the floor. But they are the Kingsart gel sticks. They're like, from what I can gather, they are like a water-based pastel, so maybe a bit like the Neo Pastel 2s. Neo Pastel? Where's my brain gone? Why did I fart? Brain fart. Neo Colour 2s. Yeah, I think they might be a bit like this, but chunkier and maybe a bit more softer to lay down. So we're going to have a play with those. But before we play with those, did I say how much they were? So they are £5, or they were £5.99 in Amazon. They were £5.99 in TK Maxx. The colours are a little bit, well, but they were there, and I thought, well, if they're there, it's fate, isn't it? It's like the Easter miracle that something that's in your Amazon basket turns up in TK Maxx. So I had to buy them. I didn't have to buy them. I chose to buy them. Shall we open this big fat parcel? Okay. Got a box. I feel like I don't want to cheat and look and see what's in here. Let's get it all out on the table. And then I feel like that is a big box for not a lot of stuff. That looks a bit disappointing, doesn't it? Okay. So, I don't think this much plastic was necessary on a £1 sketchbook. That was hard work. Right. Got one of their studio sketchbooks, the A4 size. This is what I use for my swatches. This isn't for me, it's for my daughter. She wanted a new sketchbook and I don't think they put a receipt in. Let me pull up my receipt from my phone. Give me a second. Okay, so this one, which is the studio sketchbook in A4 size, was £1.27. Now they have got a sale on, but they're only about £1.50 and normally, so they're not expensive. And I also got myself another one of the A3 sketchbooks, because I've been really enjoying doing my my like sketches, the sketchbook, when I'm mapping out my bigger pictures. I found that really helpful. This one is also 40 pages and it was £2.29. I just don't think you can beat them for value. The paperweight is 140 GSM and they do suck out the water quite quickly, so when I'm doing my swatches they dry really quick. But I think it's great quality for the price. I don't think you can beat it. So next up is, I bought an empty Rosa tin. I only went with the Rosa one because it was the cheapest one they had at the moment. I had got one the other week. I bought one off of Amazon, the black one that I put my Roman Szmals in. So I bought this one off of Amazon the other week and it's fine, but I feel like the quality of the Rosa one's just a little bit better. I mean, they don't look that different. They're probably the same with different labelling on. But in my head, this one felt better quality. And it was the same price, I think, as the one I bought off of Amazon. So it's just an empty metal palette. Actually, it is slightly different because it's got more of these clips in to hold the pans. What I didn't buy was the empty pans. I don't know why I didn't buy them. I need to buy some empty pans, so I will do that. But I wanted an extra one of these because when I went to Lisbon and we had, I sort of took a curated palette with me. I really enjoyed having a palette that was curated for the occasion, and I wanted an empty palette that I could do that for when I'm going somewhere, because it was a bit of a faff to sort of take everything out. Also, I might have bought some new things, but that's why I bought that one. And so yeah, that was £8.75, so it wasn't a bargain. Now the next one, this one's a bit boring, but it's something I needed, and I was waiting until the sale came on these, but it hasn't yet, so I've just had to bite the bullet. It's white gouache. This one's a Holbein and it is a large one because I get through quite a lot of it. So it's 60 mils and that was £11.20. So it's quite a lot, but I will use it and its money will be worth it, I'm sure. And that means everything else is in here, which I don't believe it can be. I might have to check it off as we go, because this is a very small box for a lot of money. That's very disappointing, but I will make sure it all adds up. Right, open the box. It's got even more peanuts in, so it really can't be everything. If it is, I'm quite sad. It probably is though. So let's find them in order. So the writing is so small I can't see it. I'm getting old. So this is the Roman Szmal Aquarius Indigo half pan. Can you believe that tiny little thing was £3.65? I'm an adult. It's adult money. I work quite hard for it, so it's fine. I can spend my money on what I want, can't I? Just please bear in mind that the sale for the watercolors was also on, so these prices are slightly reduced on what they would be normally. I don't know, not by loads, but by a little bit. Okay, the next one, I really don't remember buying all of these, is the, I don't even know if these are the right order. Are they the same? No. I might have got these in the wrong order. This is a 259. The next one is a half pan Roman Szmal. And I think this is the shadow grey. I've got those the wrong way around. 259 is the shadow grey. This one is a 272. That is the indigo. And there's one more. I did talk about this the other week, I think on the live stream. I was looking for a potter's pink, and I compared all the different potter's pinks just to see which I liked the most. And I actually liked this one, which surprised me, but this was the Roman Szmal. It's the number 359. This one was a little bit more money, actually. God. £4.42 for that tiny little thing. They better be pretty. Okay, let's scroll up. What am I doing spending my money on all these things? I just can't help myself. So I've then got some roses. I got a Rosa Gallery Quinacridone Gold 7, it's number 735, that one. This one was £2.38. My goodness. They are so much cheaper than the Roman Szmals, aren't they? It's fine. It's fine. And I also got I think these were all £2.38 actually. I got a Rosa Gallery, I got a titanium white. Now I don't own any white watercolours. I don't know how it's going to work. I just thought I would try it because they were on sale. And I also got a Rosa, these are Gallery, I got a Cobalt Turquoise. That is number, read it on the thing if it stops focusing on my face. There you go. 741. That one was also £2.38. And I don't know why I bought this one. I thought I'd taken this one out of the basket. I clearly didn't. This one was going to be taken out of the basket. This is Mint 754. That's my bad because I didn't mean to buy that one. Then I've come with another Holbein watercolour because I've got a few of them and I really like them. This is teeny tiny. It is 5 mils and it's the Compose Blue. Now that one was £3.43. And I've got something new. I bought a Shinhan Pass in blue grey. Now the reason I've gone with this is because I've never tried them, but they are meant to be a cross between a watercolour and a gouache, and the colour looked really lovely. Do you know what? I just thought they would have been perfect if I'd have got them when I was doing these paintings. So I've done those paintings now. I don't need these, but it felt like a good price. So this is 20 mils and it was £3.19. That seems like a good price to me. Gosh, that's a lot. I'm going to quickly check that I've got everything that was on here. Yes, yeah, that's all of it. I did, because I spent too much money, I got a mixing chart and I thought it was going to be a big mixing chart. It turns out it's a postcard, but it's a Jackson's mixing card for watercolours. So if I choose to, I can... Oh, I like this. It's share your colour palette on your social media with Jackson's mixing cards. That's quite fun. We might do that in the future. Okay, so that is all the things I bought with my grown-up money. Yeah. Time to swatch them out. Let's do it. Am I regretting my choices? Not my choices, but maybe I'm maybe regretting spending so much money on stuff I don't really need. But let's hope I get proved right in buying it. So let's make some space. I don't really know where I'm going to put these. I feel like I should probably make up a new palette, but I don't know in where. So let's put them in here for today. And then, what's the word I'm looking for? Yeah, and then we can move them. Right, I'm going to write out what they are. You don't need to watch me writing. That's really boring. Well, they are very pretty. I need to get some little magnets or something to get these, stick these in, or I thought they might go in the other way around. Anyway, it's fine. We can cross that bridge later. So we're going to start with the roses. I've just given them a quick spray. I like the fact the Rosa Gallery ones always reactivate so easily. And they're usually quite juicy. This one maybe needs a few more seconds to spring to life. If you haven't watched me before, I quite like a I don't really like a wash with the watercolours. I like to lay them quite thickly. It's fairly opaque. I didn't actually check the label for the opacity, and it is a very lovely colour, and it isn't like anything I've got already, so I don't feel terrible about buying it. This one's the mint. This is the one I didn't intend on buying. I thought I'd removed it from my basket. I was going to buy either the cobalt or the mint. So that is nice. Do you know, it reminds me of my Holbein gouache, the bamboo one. What's it called? Bamboo green. That one there. Can you see it? It's very similar colour actually, so I probably didn't need to buy it because, you know, it's not that different to what I already own. Just going to see what it's like a little bit thinned out. I probably should do the same with the turquoise, shouldn't I? And then we've got the green gold, which is one of my favourite colours. This hasn't reactivated as well as some of their other colours do. Just needs a little bit more water on it, I think. That feels more of an, I mean, it is slightly more orange ochre, but it's definitely not got that same feel. I'm not really sure why I'm swatching the white, because we're doing it on paper, but that is fairly white, but you know, yeah, it's a white watercolour. Maybe if we mix it. I don't know what with. Let's go with this one. That's quite fun. I like that. Okay. I mean, I like them both. I don't think they're different enough. I probably shouldn't have bought them both, but I did. Okay, we're going to... Did I do those in the right order? I think we did. Start with the Potter's Pink, because I'm a lefty and I'll probably smudge everything. Because the little pan that's moving around, it's quite hard to pick up the pigment. I don't know. I don't know what to say. I like the colour. I'm not sure I like the lay down on it. So this one I think is the indigo. Oh, that's beautiful. Yeah, that's lovely, isn't it? So with that one I can see what the hype's about, and that one I'm not sure. And this one is the shadow grey, which is another, I think these might be the wrong way around. I need to check when I check the video of me putting them in. Oh no, it's definitely an indigos. Right, that is nice as well. Again, did I need it? Possibly not. Tissue. Oh, it looks like it might rain and then I won't have to do any gardening. I knew if I left it long enough we'd be safe. Okay, what do you think so far? I'm liking this more now, this Queen Gold. I don't think it is a gold, it's more of an orange, but I do like it. Okay, we're going to start with, again, why am I swatching out the white? Because I am here and it's new. Not sure how clean this brush is. It might not come out white once I've... No, it's not. Look at that. It's got a little bit of green on it still, or blue. There you go. There's the white. I am interested to see what this one does. Let me move it up a little bit. Apologies if this offends you. I am a squeeze it out the tube kind of girl. That is really opaque. That's almost lays down more like an acrylic than a gouache, but let's try it with some water on. I love that colour. Let's make this a little bit loose, that's a bit too thick. That is really nice. I really like that. Happy Days. And what was next? The Holbein Composed Blue. I've got high hopes for this one. And again, I'm just going to pop it out of there. It's almost more of a turquoise actually, but you need a little bit of water on it, Katie. It is a watercolour. Yeah, that's a really pretty colour. I am quite a happy lady. It's got a bit dark in here, sorry, let me pop the light on. Excusing this one, which isn't green, it's just that I used a dirty brush. They actually all go really nicely together, don't they? Oh, I'm excited. Right. So let's do next one. So now we're going to do these, which are the Kingsart Artist Mixed Media Gel Sticks. They're vibrant colours. I mean, I do like vibrant colours. Look at those last paintings I did. But let's have a look. I've not used these before. I do think they'll be a bit like the Neocolour, like a cheap version of the Neocolour too, but I mean, the colours are pretty grim, I'm not going to lie, but they might look better when they're down. Alright, I think what I'll do first is just lay them all down, just do a little blob of each, and then we'll wet them and see what happens. So they come in like a pen, and it retracts. I mean, there's not, if that's all there is, there's not a whole lot of crayon in there, but I don't know if you can push it up I don't know. Let's see. The laydown's really smooth, and I quite like that it leaves a little bit of texture. They're very soft. I would say it's more like a sort of lipstick texture. I mean, they definitely don't feel like a high quality art product, but they are quite soft. I think they'd probably be quite fun for mixed media, but let's see what happens when we pop a bit of water on them. It doesn't, melt's not the word. It doesn't dissolve it as quickly as I thought it would. I'm just going to see what happens when you go over with. So while it's wet, you can work over the top of it. That's quite nice. Yeah, it definitely doesn't move the pigment around much, although it does a little bit. But it is quite subtle. It's not like the colours where it will dissolve completely. This barely dissolves it. Look, it's quite a challenge to get it to dissolve. Okay, I mean, I wasn't expecting them to be amazing for the price, but I do think they're going to be quite fun. Although I'm not sure when I'm going to use them, but I think they're going to be quite fun. I like the way they lay down. I like the marks that you get when you lay them over wet. If you're using them in order to, like you might with the near colours, so that you can use them like a watercolour paint, I wouldn't bother, because the colours are really, they're just not strong enough. They're a bit naff and they don't dissolve properly. Here I was just trying a bit of colour mixing. That didn't go very well. But actually when you lay the colours over each other, that's quite interesting. So when I laid down some yellow, sorry, this has got a bit of green on it. But if you lay down the yellow and then the red over it, because they're quite fairly transparent, I don't know, it's not coming across on camera very well, but it does almost make the orange, so that, I think they'll be quite fun to use. Probably worth the price I paid for them, but I wouldn't pay much more. I think you'll all be pleased to know that whilst this was drying, I managed to do some gardening, but it is about to rain, so I've stopped. And I thought I would show you what it looks like now it's dry, because they have changed a little bit. And yeah, see what you think. Right, first of all, let's start with this page. I do really like all of the colours. I did a little bit of mixing off camera, so and I think I like the roses best. I might change my mind, but I feel like, I mean, the Potter's Pink I really like now it's dried. The indigo and the shadow grey, I don't know that it's really that much better than my indigo from Rosa. And I like these, but they are obviously very similar and I probably didn't need them both. alas, I have them both. And now the Kingsart gel sticks. I think I've covered that pretty much when we were swatching them out. I think they're quite fun. Not sure when I'm going to use them, but I might. So we'll keep hold of them for a bit, and if I don't use them, then we'll give them to my daughter. What I'm going to quickly do before we end this video is I want to just compare the Queen Gold from the Roman Szmal and the Rosa and the Indigos, just so that I can compare them, so I can compare them, so I can compare them. Okay, so I've done it. They're very different though, look. I've written down which pigments they've got very different pigments in, so it's not surprising. I do really like the Rosa Gallery one, but I would say this is a Queen Gold. This is more of an orangey kind of colour. A colour that I think will be useful. And apologies, you have to look at the top line. There we go, because I did it on this piece of paper. These are the Rosa Gallery ones. This is the Indigo, and this is the Indigo for the Roman Szmal. This one's definitely got more of a green tint to it, and this one's got more blue leaning. Again, different pigments. I like them both. Did I need another one that was only slightly different? Probably not. But I do use quite a lot of indigo, so it'll be fine. I will use them. Don't fret. Okay, well, that is a short but sweet little haul for you. I was going to merge it, but I'm pretty sure my next video is going to be quite long, and I quite like a haul just to be a haul sometimes. So I hope you've enjoyed it. I probably did not need any of those products that I've just bought, and I don't want to be encouraging you to go and spend money that you cannot afford. I just felt like I need a little bit of a treat, so I gave myself a treat. And only spend your money when you can afford it. Right, I am going to leave you be. I need to tidy up a little bit, and next video, which will be hopefully next Saturday's video, will be a proper one of me painting this painting that I've got in my head that I've now kind of lost momentum to paint, but I'm going to, because it's in there and it needs to come out. So that's what we're going to do. Have a lovely week, and I'll see you soon. Bye.